The story's horrific and deeply personal.
I was raped by my stepfather after years of sexual abuse.
And if that wasn't bad enough, that rape resulted in the most unwanted result.
At age 12, I took my first pregnancy test, and it was positive.
Hadley Duval had an abortion. That was then. Now, women, depending on where they live, may not have the choice.
What is so beautiful about a child having to carry her parent's child? There are other survivors out there who have no options.
What's really going on with the closing access to abortions and the impact with Black women feeling it most of all?
That is the real challenge, right? I mean, especially for us as Black women, that our bodies have always been contested, right? We've never had full control over our own reproductive health care.
The frightening stories that could only be told in Blackland.
And now,
as a brown person, you just feel so invisible.
That's not fiction. Where we're from.
Brothers and sisters, I welcome you to this joyful day.
We celebrate freedom. Where we are.
Oh my God. Get on the ground.
I know someone heard something.
And where we're going.
We the people means all the people.
The Black Information Network presents Blackland with your host, Vanessa Tyler.
My husband and I were expecting our second child. Our daughter, Lauren, couldn't wait to be a big sister. I was getting ready for her 4th birthday party when something didn't feel right. 2 emergency rooms sent me away. Because of Louisiana's abortion ban, no one would confirm that I was miscarrying. I was in pain, bleeding so much my husband feared for my life. No woman should experience what I endured, but too many have. They write to me saying, what happened to you happened to me. Sometimes they're miscarrying, scared to tell anyone, even their doctors. Our daughters deserve better. America deserves better.
Black wife and mother Caitlin Joshua talks about how she was denied miscarriage care in Louisiana.
So many people who oppose access to abortion, they always try to make it seem like if they will always make exceptions for, cases of rape, cases of incest, cases of harm to the life of the mother. And yet we have seen in each of those instances, that is actually not how it operates in real time with real life stories.
I recently sat with Alexis McGill Johnson, president and CEO of Planned Parenthood Action Fund. And what's happening on the ground? The stories are unreal.
We are seeing those stories right now in states like Texas, where we've seen an increase in rape-related pregnancies, and I think it was somewhere upwards of 26,000 in Texas alone.
Thousands of unwanted pregnancies. McGill Johnson says in states where there is a rape exception, going to police can turn into another violation.
The level of invasion, privacy that is required in order to get an abortion under those circumstances, that means you have to go to a police officer. You have to actually first acknowledge the trauma of the rape, which many people don't for many, many years, in fact. And then you have to go and petition on your own behalf, identify all of the circumstances to police officers.
But when it's Black women, there is the added layer of danger, since we already have the high mortality rates in childbirth.
And to then have abortion rights being taken away at a moment when maternal mortality rates are astronomical in many of these states, when infant mortality rates, in fact, are also embarrassing for a nation of our resource and access to health care.
It's been more than a year since the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade, ruling there is no constitutional right to an abortion, leaving women like Anya Cook to tell the blood-curdling stories of a living nightmare.
As my pregnancy progressed, my excitement to meet our daughter only grew. We decided to call her Bunny. But in December, when I was 16 weeks pregnant, my water broke far too early. In the hospital, the doctor relayed bad news after bad news. I was experiencing severe pregnancy complications, and there was no chance that my baby girl Bunny would survive. Because of the abortion ban in my state, doctors could not induce labor, leaving me at far greater risk of infection and hemorrhage. I was told to prepare for a stillbirth. I wanted to collapse, but instead, I was sent home and told to come back if my symptoms worsened. The next day, I was in a bathroom of a hair salon when I miscarried. The last thing I remember was my husband's face as he desperately tried to stop the bleeding. When I reached the hospital, I had lost nearly half the blood in my body. Doctors told my husband I could die in the operating room, and the best chance to save my life was to remove my uterus.
Right now, nearly half the country has some level of an abortion ban.
We are at 22 states right now. Almost half the country has banned access to abortion in some way. That has affected almost half of all women living in these states don't have access to abortion care in their states. But it is over half of Black women who are experiencing these consequences.
As Americans go to the polls to vote for president, abortion and reproductive rights are among the top issues, along with the economy and immigration. Many women already have made their decisions and know squarely who to blame for what they're going through.
All because of Donald Trump. As my husband prayed for my life in the hospital, Donald Trump sat down the road at Mar-a-Lago bragging about overturning Roe v. Wade and calling the abortion bans that he unleashed and that nearly took my life a beautiful thing to watch. He is proudly the person responsible for what I and so many other women across the country have gone through. I can't change the past, as devastating as it has been for me. What Donald Trump did in his first term is not the reason I'm standing here today. I'm here today because Donald Trump will go further. He has comprehensive plans to ban abortion nationwide, which could inflict the kind of pain what I went through on women in all 50 states. We cannot let this happen.
Donald Trump denies he would place a federal abortion ban, but would leave it up to the states. Many listening to Anya in the audience don't believe him and will vote for Kamala Harris for president. Oh, before we end, one more note about Anya. This past June, she got her blessing, her miracle baby.
She is the light of our lives, and I'm fighting for a better future for her too.
I'm Vanessa Tyler. Join me next time on Blackland. Like and subscribe. A new episode drops every Friday.